Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a very funny video for you here today of women hitting the age where they need a good man. They need to settle down, have a relationship now, have some kids, but they are finding out the hard way that men don't want to date them anymore. So women are hitting the wall. So let's jump right into this one, guys. As always, do not forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Let's jump in.
I can't even believe how much the dating pool at 38 is like trying to find steak in the dollar store.
Hinge isn't working, so I'm doing it the old-fashioned way.
You want to know how I got this $20,000 ring? Just kidding. It's not $20,000.
Hi there. I'm looking for a God-fearing man who's ready to settle down with one woman who's honest, transparent,
honest and transparent while wearing makeup, on TikTok using filters.
Isn't it crazy, guys, how like these women will just come out of the woodwork when they're like 31 years of age, and now they'll start ranting about how they need a good man, right? So we're looking for a God-fearing good man at the ripe age of 31. What the hell have these women been doing the entire time? I think we all know the answer to that, but it's just wild to me how people, particularly these women, think that we don't know what the hell's going on. They've gone around, they've wasted their 20s, and now they're looking for a good man who's going to sacrifice himself to wipe her up, even though it's completely not worth it. It's so stupid, guys, so stupid. It's like, hey, I never wanted you before, but you know, my finger's empty now and I need that ring. So where are all of the nice guys now? Where are all of the good men? Like, get the hell out of here.
You can definitely communicate.
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
Is anyone on a dating app because they actually want to be? Like, you enjoy it, you're having fun? Because it seems to me like everyone hates them, everyone's still using them, everyone complains about it, no one will delete their profile. I'm starting to feel like people might like it more than they want.
People are hypocrites. That's it.
To be honest about.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
Yeah, this is a typical day for me scrolling on TikTok.
The bear's not gonna...
So men have been...
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Hey, handsome. How are you doing? I just wanted to share with you that you can change your story at any point. You can live the life you're wanting to live at any point. You got this.
I always find these videos so cringe, man. You know, they say like some motivational thing, like they give a damn, and they play the piano music over the background. But everybody knows, guys, that average women do not care about average dudes whatsoever. Again, you go out there and you look at how the average woman treats the average guy these days, and it's completely trash, particularly on things like dating applications or in a romantic sense. I mean, how many times do we see these videos where women are like, yeah, you're a fantastic man, but you know what, would I date you? No. It's like, you know, the average guys just get completely brushed to the wayside. I would argue that a lot of these women, they pretend to give a damn, but really what they're doing is they're just trying to farm views, because, you know, you have these simps who are like excited that, oh, maybe a woman cares. But at the end of the day, they don't. Especially if you look at the types of men that they're selecting. They are selecting the dudes who have already won at life, who are already there, and they don't particularly give a damn about the rest of them. Most definitely on places like dating applications, right? Which is where the majority of people are meeting each other. But don't worry, guys, you know, keep your head up. You're a fantastic man. Would I ever date you? No. But here, take this motivational video with a lot of piano music in the background and give me a like and a comment.
So go get it.
You cannot find a more creative woman on the planet than one that is making excuses for a guy that does not like her back. I know, because I used to do it. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in the world. One time when I was in college,
I see this all the time in many of my videos.
I stand me up on a trip he invited me to. And I was like, he's just really shy. A man could go weeks without texting, and it's like, oh, he's been really busy.
No, he's not that into you. It's easy.
With the job that he doesn't have and the classes that he's failing. You could say he's going to call him and he doesn't, and it's like he's just figuring out his emotions. He's really hurt from his last relationship. He's just guarded. He's just protecting himself. What the hell has that ever meant?
Guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, people will think I'm, just joking or just trolling, being a bit silly. But no, women will absolutely make excuses for the men that they find attractive. The man doesn't answer in 3 days. Oh, don't worry, he's just busy. He cheats on her with another woman. Oh, he's just been through some struggles and he needs some affection. You know what I mean, guys? It's like they always make excuses for the men that they're attracted to. This is why they have all of these quote-unquote standards, and their standards are so high now that they're in their 30s. But really, the standards are as low as they've ever been for modern women. Modern women's standards and self-respect is in the gutter. It is absolutely and completely in the gutter. But the caveat is that it's only in the gutter for the men that they find attractive. All the other dudes have to jump through all of this nonsense in order to get this woman's attention, apparently. And she's not even attracted to them, by the way. But the guy who's very attractive, again, she'll make any excuse under the sun for him. And that's not me saying that. This is literally what this woman is saying in this video. Like, check this out. Let's go back through some of these. Like, they are absolutely ridiculous.
A man could go weeks without texting, and it's like, oh, he's been really busy.
Yeah, weeks without messaging her, and she will still go back and sleep with him. What else?
No, he's not that into you. It's easy.
With the job that he doesn't have and the classes that he's failing. You could say he's going to call him and he doesn't, and it's like he's just figuring out his emotions. He's really hurt from his last relationship. He's just guarded. He's just protecting himself. What the?
Yeah, so she'll make excuses when the dude says he's going to do stuff, but then he doesn't. But again, guys, right? The good man, oh, he has to be true to his word. He has to do all of this stuff, man. And this is why these same dudes laugh at these women when they're in like their 30s. Because these quote-unquote good men, you never wanted them. You never wanted the guy that would call you back or text you back or do what he said that he was going to do. You chased all of the attractive dudes who would give you excitement, right? Who would give you the butterflies, and you would justify all of the things that they do. But apparently the average man has to buy you dinners and show you chivalry and all of this sort of stuff. And guys, nothing against chivalry, okay? But it's really not well spent on women like this. Modern women trying to give them chivalry is a complete waste of time.
What the hell has that ever meant?
Men used to have to do a lot less and get a very high value woman. Now we live in this moment where everyone's kind of a hoe, and you have to work harder to get a woman that doesn't have any self-respect or any value. Just kind of the complete disintegration of when I look at what my grandmother looked like in pictures, how classy and how beautiful and how much I wanted to be like her. And now I look at, women today and I just think, man, I feel bad for guys.
When you type, "Why is my wife yelling at me?" on Google, it'll give you a list of potential triggers such as her feeling unheard, financial stress, mental health struggles, etc. But when you ask, "Why is my husband yelling at me?" it instead assumes that he's abusive and gives women a domestic violence hotline to call. I wonder why that is.
If you want a man to love you forever and ever and ever and ever, listen to the woman who's been divorced 3 times. You want him to love you forever? Don't talk to him.
Men don't care about women's money. We don't care about women's competence. We don't.
What the hell are these clips, by the way, guys? Like, these women, you got this individual on the left-hand side here. They get divorced 3 times, and then they come out here and they become like dating coaches for women. It's crazy, man. They'll start up these TikTok accounts and they'll sell courses and programs and all of this sort of stuff. And again, I have nothing against courses or programs or being a coach or whatever. But maybe don't become a relationship coach when you have been divorced 3 times, particularly as a woman as well, right? Because let's be real, a lot of the times, the women are the ones who are leaving. They're putting their happiness above everything, right? Because they've never done that before, apparently. But 3 times, and we're out here giving advice on, I don't know where the hell this woman is. It's so stupid, guys. So stupid. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this is a skit. But this is certainly true of a lot of girls who... I've seen ones literally in their 50s who have like 4 divorces under their belt, and then they turn around to become divorced coaches. It's so stupid, guys. So stupid. Let's keep going.
Don't care about women's height. We don't care about all the things that you care about in a man. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So you became the man that you want. So all these other guys that you're meeting, they don't qualify for you. But the only guy that did meet your standards, guess what? You didn't qualify for him.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm 6'4", he's 5'8".
I didn't judge his character.
But okay, but you judge his height and he doesn't qualify for you. The same way he doesn't qualify for you? With your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
True. Of course.
I love how the women start crying, by the way, as if it's not entirely changeable for them. Okay, so they're allowed to require a guy who's of a particular height, but if you tell them that you don't want one that's overweight, then they start breaking down and crying, and we're completely ignoring the fact that you can actually lose weight. You can't, dudes can't go out here as adults, particularly, and just grow a few more inches. That's not how that works. But these women, with their problem that is entirely avoidable, mind you, and even being overweight, women still have drastically more options than the average man anyway, but they cry about it because they don't want to solve the problem. It's not some insurmountable issue that is just impossible to fix. No, it's very within the realm of fixing. But let's be honest, these girls are way too lazy to do that nonsense. Way too lazy. What's this? Calorie deficit? Doing cardio? Oh, no thanks. I'd rather cry about it.
Oh, she's crying, but women are not more emotional than men.
1-900-9099-CRY. So yeah, I'm 53, completely single by choice.
No, you're not. Stop lying.
Also no children by choice.
Of course.
Love my life, have incredible friends. And travel is the secret to my happiness. I do not wait around for some man to show up to travel with me or to explore places with me. I do it on my own and have so much fun, and usually take friends with me, meet friends wherever I go.
What the hell is with... Why is this woman traveling at 53 years of age? Anytime you have these girls, this is what I'm talking about, guys, the divorced women, the single women, they get on here and they're like, I'm so happy at 53 years of age. I have no kids and, I've got a few friends and I travel. I don't really believe that they're happy. People who have to jump on TikTok to try and convince you that they're happy, complete nonsense.
I have so much fun. I'm so happy being alone. Let me show you by making a TikTok for attention.
Yep,
People
exactly.
that are actually happy and have lots of friends don't spend time making TikTok videos.
Oh, it's the secret to my personal happiness.
Girls, I know a lot of you were panicked about not being married and turning 30. That's what I saw a lot of that. But let me tell you, it only takes the one person. It only takes that one person, that one time. The fact of the matter is, if you want to be married and you want to be settled down, then you will be.
Can you see what advice women give? Ma'am, the older you get, the harder it is to find the man that you want.
You know what's sad about this clip, by the way? This woman's right. There's always going to be some simp out there who's willing to marry her. She could be 35, have been with, triple-digit amount of men, not even as a joke. And there'll still be some dude who's willing to wife that up. The problem that women have when they get into their 30s and they're looking for things like marriage is, like Manosphere here says, it's not going to be the same type of man that they really want. The dudes that they were able to attract all throughout their 20s are not going to be the same types of men that they can attract in their 30s. Okay? And, man, women who are trying to get married in their 30s, again, you've got to ask yourself the question, what in the flying hell have you been doing this entire time? I think we all know the answer, okay? But it's just, I can't get over what a scam this is for men. So you mean to tell me I have to risk half my assets, if not all of them? I have to risk any kids that we have together, if you can even have kids, and I have to deal with the ridiculous amount of baggage that you have from all of the failed chads that you've been with for the past, over a decade. And, somehow men are apparently the lucky ones that we get to deal with this nonsense. No, thank you.
You don't want to look back on this time of your life where you're single and you've wasted it worrying and you've wasted it pranging. My mum and dad met and they got engaged the night they met.
Yes, but that was 20 years ago when the dating market was totally different.
They were married 8 weeks later. Your life changes like that. There's nothing to be worried about.
Thank you, come again.
So my body count is 500 and it got me thinking, what is the average person's?
I'd be right up there with you, girl, except my dad kept saying this stupid phrase throughout my childhood. It was so redundant. What was it? Oh, I love you.
So my body count is 500 and it got me thinking, what is the average person's?
Lord have mercy, I need to go tell my daughter I love her and give her a hug. Sweet Pea, Daddy's on the way. We ain't gonna have this kind of mistake. Hell no.
Men don't like astrology because they can't learn it.
No, how the stars were aligned when you were born 40 years ago have nothing to do with why you're a bitch today, Alexa.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
True, and we have studies that show that people who believe in astrology are more narcissistic and have a lower IQ.
Wait, we have to go back to this study. You guys can't see the title of this. Let me pull this up real quick so I can read it to you. Study shows people who believe in astrology tend to be less intelligent and more narcissistic. You know, hey, I'm inclined to believe that. I don't know the validity of this particular study, but that wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. This next one here, even the stars think that I am superior, personality, intelligence, and belief in astrology. Guys, if women start ranting to you about astrology, just run, man. They're complete psychos. Oh, you're a Sagittarius. Oh, who the hell cares, man? Like, I know dudes who, if you say this stuff to them, they just will cut the conversation and stop talking to you, man. Oh, I'm a Sagittarius. I was born during this, and they start rambling on like anyone cares. I think this is one of the highest red flags too. Like, you know, there's being a single mother, there's being divorced, there's having pink hair, there's shaving your head bald. You know, there's all sorts of different red flags that modern women have. Astrology is certainly one of them. I would agree with that, regardless of whether or not these studies are true or not.
Narcissistic and have a lower IQ. So when I see a woman like this on TikTok talking about astrology and manifestation and vibes and the universe, I just assume she has a low IQ.
Yeah, I assume she's just a nut job. I'll be honest, I just assume they're crazy. I'm sure there'll be outliers of ones who are intelligent, you know. Who am I kidding? But yeah, I just think they're crazy.
It's simple.
I'm clearly not a man. I'm tired of seeing people blame their shitty personalities and shitty actions on the way stars were aligned years ago when they were born. It doesn't make any sense. There's no scientific backing to any of this.
This is kind of a crazy dating take, but a while back on a podcast, I remember someone saying that going on dating apps is really messing with the universe's
universe, low IQ.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how Manosphere listens to some of these clips, man. Oh yeah, the dating apps are really messing with the universe. You already know if you're on a date with this woman, she's sitting opposite you and she starts talking to the universe, is talking about the universe. Dudes are going to look at this woman and they're going to completely phase out. They're going to stop listening and they're going to think, oh, it's over. You immediately, if you start yapping about this nonsense, dudes will put you in the for fun category very quickly. They're like, oh, well, she's too psychotic to be mother material. She's too psychotic to marry. Not that marrying is a good idea for men anyway. They're just going to put you in the, oh, she's bananas pile of women.
Trajectory for your love life. And if you're not spiritual, this probably isn't going to be for you.
Yes, we're going to skip this video.
Thank you.
You may not like to hear this, but people with a higher IQ, they tend to stay single for a lot longer because they understand that having an empty space in their bed is a hell of a lot fucking better than waking up next to the wrong person.
True, but there are so many stupid men, so many simps. Not yesterday, the day before that, I posted a video about a redhead that said, she admitted in the video that she's single not because she is not good looking, but because she's damaged up here. Do you know how many simps wrote comments? She's so beautiful. I want to be with her. Tell me her ID. My God. Guys, don't you get it? This is why you keep getting your heart broken and you keep getting divorced, because you ignore the red flags. The woman is telling you she is damaged, but you still want to know who she is. You would still want to date her if she would be in front of you. Can you see how stupid you are? Can you see how much of big simps you are? I got a comment. This was the lamest comment I ever received in my life. A guy told me that I'm only criticizing her because she has more followers than me, and I'm jealous. This is why I'm making these videos, so you can see the red flags, and when you're out there and when you're dating women, you know how to recognize the red flags. It doesn't matter how good looking she is. I wouldn't even talk to any woman that's making TikTok videos.
You know what? I agree with Manosphere here, man. I don't even think the women need to say their red flags. All it takes is one look at their social media, and you can tell the women who are complete nut jobs, guys. Like, you really can. You go on their Instagram for like 2 seconds and you're like, well, this is going to end badly. But speaking of ending badly, let's continue on to the next clip here.
Have a long list of needs in a relationship. Usually there are about 3 core things they need that don't really change, and if a woman can meet those things on a semi-regular basis, men are generally content and satisfied in the relationship. Women, in contrast, have huge lists of expectations for their men that change, add or subtract depending on her mood, lunar cycle, circumstances in her life.
You know what I think?
What the hell is a lunar cycle, by the way? But this woman is correct. You know, dudes have a very, very small list of requirements when it comes to relationships. I think that men need to expand their list of requirements, but at its core, men are very easy to make happy. It's really not that damn difficult. Number 1, be pleasant to be around. Number 2, intimacy. Number 3, don't have a lot of McDonald's. And I think you're like 90% of the way there for most dudes. Really. Take care of your health, be pleasant to be around, and intimacy, and you will be able to land a husband. But the problem is, women get to like 31, they have none of these qualities, and then they wonder why like dudes don't want to date them. They're completely psychotic. They have this entirely massive list of requirements that men have to fulfill for them, and they can't even meet 3 basic requirements that men have. Have you guys ever noticed, by the way, that the requirements that men have for women, not only are they easy, they just rely on the women not doing stupid things, and they still can't do it. Don't be with 50 dudes, can't do it. You know? Don't be a complete psycho, can't do it. Don't eat a bunch of cheeseburgers, can't do it, right? But all of the requirements that women have for men, a lot of them take a very long time to build. You know, he's got to have this, he's got to have that, he's got to be this certain way, you know, he's got to be able to deal with X problem, and so on. Men have to put in a lot to build themselves up. Women just have to avoid doing stupid things, and unfortunately a lot of modern women can't even do that. It's completely crazy to me. Let's keep going.
I think on her mood, lunar cycle, circumstances in her life.
You know
Yes,
what I
lunar
think?
cycle.
I think there are no guys who want a serious relationship in 2024.
There are so many guys that want a relationship. Just check your friend zone. The problem is that the top percentages of guys that you want, all women want those guys. So you have very, very, very high competition. So those guys have so many options. Why would they choose you? What can you bring to the table to that guy? What makes you different from other women? Nothing. So why would a guy like that be with you? That's why you can't find a man.
Like, where are they? And I'm not even talking about the guys under 30. What happened to the guys above 30?
They have more options than the guys under 30 because they usually have more money, and they usually are more mature, and usually are more intelligent. It's so easy.
I feel like they don't want that either. What's going on?
I was feeling nostalgic, so I reached out to this guy that I haven't talked to in like months because I was just like, maybe he was the one that got away. So I reached out to him, was like thinking of you, whatever.
Just how she talks and she moves her hand, I can tell she's very, very masculine. That's why she doesn't have a man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, within 2 seconds of seeing videos like this, guys, you already know that the reason why these women are single in the first place, and the reason why dudes don't want committed relationships with them. It's so crazy that the women can't see why men don't want relationships with them. Oftentimes they're incredibly masculine. They're very annoying to be around. They will start arguments over anything. You know, it has to be their way or the highway. These women are functioning as sort of like a second boss for men. So dudes go out there, you know, they work hard at their jobs, they return home, and you have to return home and get a woman like this who's doing, I don't know, like Naruto hand signals to you, trying to tell you what you have to do now that you're home, and she's got a list of chores for you. And it just doesn't work. The dudes just say, you know what, I'd rather just live by myself. I'd rather just be by myself, maybe have fun with the woman, but not have a committed relationship, because at the end of the day, she's more of a detriment to my life than she is actually an asset.
He didn't answer for a week. And then he just sent me a picture of his... And on top of the picture, it said, "Miss you."
Yeah, he's a guy that has many options. He doesn't care about you.
I don't know whether to like scream or to cry.
Try both.
Yeah, why not both? Spice the... I was about to say the same thing. Spice the video up a bit. But you see how she's mad, guy? You know, she's not happy because she wants to have a nice conversation with this man. She wants it to head towards speaking about commitment, and maybe they can meet up for a date, or wouldn't it be wonderful if he could take her out to dinner? But the dudes are just not interested in this stuff anymore, guys, you know? I've said this, but dudes have very little incentive to offer up chivalry towards these modern women anymore. And I'll say this as well. You guys remember how I was talking about women setting the bar so damn low for men that they find attractive? This is why men do this, by the way, is because they know they don't have to put in more effort. This woman probably went back to him, is the most disgusting part about this story. She'll probably still go back to him, meet up with him, and guess what? Let's just say hypothetically that she doesn't do that. Well, the guy's just going to talk to some other woman, and it's going to work with her. It's not that big of a deal to the guy because he's not looking to commit to you anyway. Completely, what's the word I'm looking for here? Completely replaceable to these men. What is this? I'm an independent. Let's take a listen.
Independent, strong black woman, I don't need no man narrative is a scam. Here's why.
Of course.
Society has conditioned us to believe that we don't need anybody, we don't need any support, and we can do it all on our own. What a lot of us has accepted as normal is really not normal. Households were created to be two adults and children.
They don't understand that when they say I'm independent and I don't need a man, many men wouldn't want to date them, wouldn't want to be with them. Why would a man want to be in a relationship with a woman that doesn't need him? Why would he be in that relationship if he's not needed?
I was thinking I was ready to date again, but then I remembered, you know, the long replies, the change in energy, the lack of kisses when he usually puts 3 and now he's just putting 2. The liking of other girls' Instagram pictures, the liking of other girls' Instagram stories that you can't even see. What else? The arguments, I'm going on a night out with the boys.
What did I tell you guys? They don't like the nice guys. They like the assholes that do all these kinds of things. This is every guy that she has ever dated.
Yeah, women tell on themselves. I'll agree with Manosphere here, man. Women tell on themselves when they make videos like this because what they're essentially doing is they are providing a list of the qualities that they have had in the previous men that they've dated. So, for example, oh, he's always liking other women's pictures. So what does that tell you? The dudes who she's tried to have a relationship with and push for a relationship with, these guys are going out here and they're still talking with other women, they're still liking their photos, they're still liking their stories, and so on. And guess what? She continues to try and chase men like that. And women do this up until their 30s, at which point they temporarily change their strategy to go after a guy who's going to take care of them, and then they divorce him, and then they go back to exactly what they were doing before. So whenever I hear this, I don't feel sorry for these women guys, you know? Oh, this dude, he kept liking other women's stories and he was seeing 5 different women at the same time. Don't care. And the reason I don't care is because women are doing this to themselves. They absolutely are. It's not like somebody is forcing them to chase these men. I'm not out here, you know, screaming at these women saying that this is a good idea, you have to do this. No, they voluntarily do this, guys. Do not let them convince you that they are the victims in this situation because they are choosing to do it. That's what makes them happy. you know? And yes, they might be crying, but you see my point. That's what they want to do. They would rather chase these bad boys than actually have a committed relationship with a man who gives a damn about her. Why? Because he's boring, or because he's not tall enough, or because he doesn't make enough money, and so on.
He's not in your man yet, so you can't feel any type of way about it, but you know you're going to feel some type of way about it. Oh, I bumped into my ex. Oh, that one hurts. The whole lack of trust. We were texting last night and he went to sleep and didn't say goodnight, or he didn't say good morning, he always says good morning. Him leaving me undelivered all of a sudden for 12 hours. The interest that they have at you in the beginning, then it just goes one day. Oh.
I was in a situationship for about a year before I managed to walk away, and the reason I stayed so long is because we were so close to being right. We were so good together, except for the teeny weeny fact that he wouldn't do commitment.
So why would you put a video like this online? Any smart guy would see that you have been in a situationship for a year with a guy that has other women that he sees because you are in a situationship. Why would he even bother to date you? Why? You just exposed yourself. I don't get why women make videos like this.
You know what? I think they should keep making these videos, guys. I really do. I think women should come out here. They should complain about their situationships. They should complain about chasing men for over a year at a time, because it's absolutely hilarious, and it wakes a lot of dudes up to the truth of what's happening. You know, oh, you have to text her in this right way and do this and do that, and she's out here, you know, waiting for 12 hours at a time for some random dude to respond to her. I'm not playing this texting pal game. I'm not playing these chasing these women game, because it's a complete waste of time. Okay, the women are going to go out there and they are going to chase the men that they find attractive until the end of time. That's pretty much it, guys. They'll have a break. They'll try and get married to some dude in the middle, but ultimately they resume what they've been doing the whole damn time. This woman right here has been chasing this guy for over a year without a relationship, right? This one back here doing something similar, chasing dudes, and the dudes are not committed to her. And yet average men are supposed to come out here and do all of this nonsense for them. Absolutely not. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.